It's the first visit of its kind in more than 30 years in Sudan's conflict-ridden history. After fighting the Sudanese government for more than 8 years, leader of the rebel movement, Sudan's People Liberation Movement North, al-hilu, welcomed the country's Prime Minister Abdullah Hamdok to a territory he seized in the war. This is Kauda in the NUBA mountains in South Kordofan state.
We welcome the Prime Minister and his delegation here to Kauda as a sign of peace. The December 2018 revolution that overthrew the previous government and brought this government is not yet over, and until there is peace, the revolution continues.
The war in South Kordofan started in June 2011, after the SPLM North accused Sudan's government of marginalization and impeding democracy. According to a deal signed between the government and then Southern Sudan in 2005, known as the Comprehensive Peace Agreement, NUBA Mountains was supposed to have the chance to decide whether it wanted to be part of Sudan or join South Sudan. 15 years since the signing of the Comprehensive Peace Agreement, South Kordofan is still at a political impasse. Part of the state is controlled by the Sudanese government and part by the SPLM North under al-hilu. While the two sides iron out their differences to end 9 years of war, here in rebel-held Kauda, the years of fighting has displaced hundreds of thousands and created a humanitarian crisis. More than a dozen rounds of peace talks failed to end the conflict in the past. But since Sudan's transitional government was sworn in August, after months of protests that eventually led to the overthrow of longtime President Omar al-Bashir in April, it has been pushing for a new comprehensive peace deal.
We will be able to keep this country together, provided that we create a system that will allow the just democratic Sudan that will uphold our diversity, our respect for each other, and build on citizenship. And I think we are confident we will reach that.
Over 70,000 people have been displaced to camps in South Sudan as those who remained inside face the horrors of the war.
We faced daily bombardments. We lost our homes, we lost our children and many relatives in the war, and we've suffered a lot.
Aid organizations say the visit of the Prime Minister, while it can be described as historic, needs to be followed up with more actions to ease the impact of the war.
I mean, it's not just the NUBA mountain area, it's not just the Blue Nile, it's all across Sudan. We want to make sure we have the access, the support we need from all the different parties and factions, and so far, we've been getting it from everyone, and that is really quite remarkable.
Many here say they never thought a day would come when a rebel-held territory would open its doors to a government official. Now they're waiting to see how committed is the months-old government in ending the war for good so that the lives destroyed by it can be rebuilt. Hiba, Al Jazeera, Kauda, South Kordofan.